good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you may find yourself as you listen to this. I feel like I should go get my Notre Dame hat. That's neither here nor there. You're tuned into the only sports podcast with two teams who are in the college football playoff. It's a black and white thing featuring A1 and A Ward. Please remember you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, wherever you find the good podcasts. Search for It's a Black and White Thing. That's Spotify, Google, you name it, we're there. Give us 5 stars. Also, you can find us on YouTube by searching Brains and Bars. You can hit the notification bell, subscribe, hit the likes. And as usual, whether audio or visual, please share, share, share. Tell a friend and tell a friend. It's them boys again. And as you can see, I'm not by myself as I do this episode. I got my homie Ward in the building, Mr. Rocky Top. What's up, sir?
Yo, we just tweeted that we are live and we are not talking about what everybody is talking about. So we are the one podcast where you can get all of your other information necessary, since your algorithms, your X, I don't like calling it X, your Twitter, your Instagram, your social media apps are probably right now flooded with all the other good content of the world today. And here we are, alas, waiting on some decent Thursday night football. I anticipate this game, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Not only that, really, really great women's college basketball game on the docket tonight. UConn playing against
Notre Dame. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we'll definitely be tuned into that as well. Few NBA games here and there. But yeah, it's a good week, as like you said, yourself and I, spend the next 8 to 9 days building a wall of pessimism to convince ourselves that Touchdown Jesus and Rocky Top are the worst of the 12 teams left and have no chance at winning their games, so that next weekend we're not disappointed. It's a black and white thing. Here we are.
Man, that's a fact. The wall of pessimism. That's probably going to be the name of the episode. The wall of pessimism.
Yes.
Yeah, man. As far as the other stuff that's going on in the world, hey, man, you focus on your home. I focus on mine. What they got going on ain't got nothing to do with me.
Facts.
Nothing to do with me.
Kind of does. That's why I'm not talking about it.
Well, you know.
But yeah.
Thoughts and prayers, so all involved.
Yep.
That's all we'll say about that. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, we got a dope show lined up for you, man. We will begin in the world of battle rap, but we're going to go to Detroit. What up, though? We're going to go to Detroit. Winter Madness just went down this past weekend. You were a part of that card, a really, really stacked card. And it was a 2-day event, right? They had an event on Saturday as well as the main card on Sunday. So please remember, you can go to rapgrid.com and go get the VOD, check out all the battles on that card, or at least the main card. I don't know if they have that Saturday event.
Yeah, the main card, yep.
So the main card, you got Tay Rock Marv 1, you got yourself J2, you got Cal versus Swamp, you got Mook Ars, you got T-Rex Clean Paper, man. You got a bunch of heavy hitters on that card. So if you are a fan of the culture, you're a fan of battle rap, go support what Calico's done. Black Mafia Battle League, go support Winter Madness, go get that VOD. So let's talk about what happened this weekend. Let me say this respectfully, Calico, like all due respect, I support black business. I got the pay-per-view, supported, got the card. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because you put it on the NFL Sunday, and NFL Sunday comes before battle rap. Also, I hadn't been out on a date night in a while with the wifey. Speaking of taking care of home, hadn't been out on a date night with wife in a while. We are movie people. Went to go watch the first act of Wicked. So I went and did that. Didn't even watch. I think the Niners were playing while that game. Nope,
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chargers. Sunday Night Football.
Who the heck did the Niners play?
They
were Sunday night. They got beat.
They played the Bears in the afternoon.
Oh, the Bears. That's right.
They were smoking the Bears.
They smoked them. So it was no reason for me to watch. So, I didn't even watch really any NFL in the afternoon. I watched Wicked. If you haven't seen it, it's super dope if you're a fan of musicals, which I am a fan of musicals. Shout out to West Side Story, one of the greatest musicals ever. Anyway, I did not watch any of the battles except for yours. And I caught that on the VOD. So let's talk about your battle, J2 versus A-Ward, man. Like, how do you feel that battle went?
I thought it went really, really well.
For you?
For me, yes. First off, you walk into the venue and it's like, honestly, the way it was set up was the nicest like venue I've ever walked into, I think, for like how I like to battle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, so don't get it twisted. Like those max outs when you're walking in and you're just packed out, but there's this big stage. Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna be on a big stage. It's great that there's a lot of people here, balconies. That's dope. You know. Then there's like, you know, like the blue rooms where you walk in and it's just a floor. You know what I mean? And it's just people packed around you, and those are dope. But the venue itself, like the way it was set up, like with the crowd all around you, but then there was these risers. There's these like risers where the crowd kind of like goes up like this too, you know, and they're kind of like looking down on you. So you're looking back and you're kind of like in this bowl, you know what I mean? But you're in the pit. And when I had got there, I think I was one of the first people to get there. And, you know, one thing about me is, and I do this every event, like, man, I walk through the crowd, chop it up with people. I don't go straight to the green room or nothing like that. I always go chop it up with people, shake hands, you know, spend probably 15, 20 minutes. But I wanted, and I always like to walk into the venue and see, like, go to the stage where I'm going to be rapping and turn around and just kind of see what it looks like, see what's above me, beside me, on the walls, whatever. Because obviously I freestyle, but I just kind of like to get comfortable with it. So it was supposed to start, you know how battle rap is, doors open at this, whatever. You know, we were told, hey, it's going to start at 6, you know, and I think the flyer said doors open at 3. And so we were told, yo, it's going to start at 6. We get there. I got there at 6. You know, I still think it started at like 7, I think about. But when I walked in, it's filled. It's filled. Got 500, 600, 700 people by this time, you know. You know, and so I make my way through the crowd, and there's like 500 people here that are waiting for a couple hours, you know, like on battle rap. So like I just walk to the center where I normally, you know, do my thing. And right when I walk to the center, the crowd just erupts, bro. Yeah, you know, like just because a battle rapper is here, you know what I mean? Like that. And I'm looking around at like 500 people that are ready for battle rap, you know, like ready to hear bars. And I'm like, oh, the energy in here is different. Like this is super, super fire, you know? So, of course, I go chop it up with Avocado, you know, ask him, we get mics and stuff. Go back, chill for a minute. They throw up a battle between a dude named Hostile and what's the other guy's name? I forget the other guy's name. Meezy something, maybe something like that. Sources. Cheeks Hollywood Brown has received final clearance. Look at God. So I go in there and boom, they go up there and rap. Now, mind you, these are like some opener type guys, right? So, you know, the crowd's probably hyped for battle rap. Oh, they got some reaction and stuff like that. Well, next up is me and J2. And, you know, as far as I know, like, there's just levels in battle rap, you know, like, so that now the crowd is getting, you know, like what they paid for, what they came to do. And, yeah, man, J2 did not have his finest hour. And to be honest with you, and you know, like after the Av battle, I mean, I voiced my, you know, what's the word? I
displeasure, dissatisfaction.
Yeah. That, you know, that never becomes a theme with me. If I feel like I didn't perform well, like that never becomes a theme with me. And to be honest with you, this is only the second time I ever felt like I didn't perform well, you know? And the first time was against Excel, you know, and that was like a way smaller iBattle type thing. So this is really the first time, like on a big stage in front of people on live pay-per-view type situation, right? Where I didn't feel like I performed well. So whether you think I lost to Big K or Ilmac or any of that kind of stuff, I went away from there like, yo, I wrote, I was locked in, you know, I felt good about it. So, you know, that last month from the Av battle going into the J2 battle, you know, I was on a mission, you know, to not have any kind of slip ups, any kind of, you know, filler, nothing like that, you know. And so, you know, much like the Saurus did, J2 ran into a freaking TKO in the first round. And that's just, you know, that's just what it was, you know, the first round knockout. And of course, you know, battle rap is 3 rounds and, you know, you can fight back, but I think I shook him. After my first round. I mentioned it in another interview, much like the Lou Castro battle. I felt like, you know, after I, you know, got crazy on Lou Castro in the first, now he's starting to stumble. Now he's choking. Now he's doing things in these second, third rounds that are not because I felt like they were locked in. They knew their raps, and J2 told me he did. But like when you just get punched on like that, and you're getting, you're getting smoked. I just felt like that was kind of a part of it. So, really mad that I skipped out on 12 bars in my third, but it was over already. You know what I mean? But I lost my place, which you wouldn't have known. I just lost my place after a line, and really mad that I skipped over those 12 bars because that's another 35 to 40 seconds of like some heat that I probably can't use for anybody else. But other than that, like great battle, went away from it. Not only great battle, like I told you going into it, and I think I told 3 Letterman, I'm like, A-Ward on his A game is supposed to beat J2 on his A game. Like in opinion, I'm a better battle rapper right now. That's not to say he can never get there or whatever, but I'm a better battle rapper right now. It's a situation where it's like, if you're at what you do, this should be a clear win, and beating J2. Now, the way I beat him was very impressive. A lot of people were very impressed with the way I beat him. But beating J2 doesn't, you don't go. I don't get to go around and say I beat J2 because I feel like I'm supposed to beat him, and I'm performing alongside Calico, Swamp, Murda Mook, Arsenal. These are the guys that I want. And I think I did that. I went away from Winter Madness as, in my opinion, the performer of the night, if not, the top 2. Considering the Arsenal and Mook battle is such a legacy battle and everything. I understand why some people said Mook had performance of the night, but I think when it comes to like the pop, the haymakers, the just everything, like I did what I was supposed to do in beating J2, and I did what I was supposed to do in being one of the best battle rappers in that, last week.
Dope. Yeah, man. Like, so here's what I'll say. And maybe hopefully this doesn't give away anything. I don't think it does, but there were a couple of times where in the group chat, like your rebuttal game, you already know you're a witty guy, right? You always have, kind of one-liners, witty stuff you say that gets the group chat going or whatever. But there are times in the group chat where the rebuttals are just a little, they hit just a little bit harder in the group chat, right? They're stinging just a little bit harder. The jokes, I'm watching you online and I'm like, the jokes are just a little bit, like they're just a little bit next level. And I'm like, oh, he's locked in.
Yeah.
Right. I try not to listen to your material, regardless of opponent, because I want to be surprised. If I happen to be with you when you battle, obviously I'm going to hear it. But I said it twice, like leading up to the battle. I'm like, oh, he's locked in. I'm like, the jokes are just a little bit, they hit just a little bit harder, whatever. Yeah. And then for your birthday, we all the homies met up, celebrate your birthday, whatever. And so you shared a little bit. You shared the beginning of the smack hit my line bar.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know that follow-up was to come. And so when the follow-up happened, I was like, oh my God. The closer to the end of the first.
Literal. Well, so I mean, the smack call my phone with the follow-up was not like, it was an hour, 2 hours before the battle where I finally was like, all right, I'm going with it. You know what I mean? Like it was just a thing. I mentioned it to you, the night before that I flew out or whatever. And then I was just like, so when I was like, okay, so let me rewind a little bit. On Friday when I get there, I'm kicking it with Marv, Real Deal, Quest, and everything. So I rap the first line, right? And they're dying laughing, right? And I freestyled the second line. I didn't have the second line like whenever we were having dinner, right? I freestyled the second line, just, and then like pure laughter, just going crazy, right? And I was like, nah. So then I go back and I'm like telling them, yeah, I'm gonna start out with that first line, And then I think it was Quest was like, you're not gonna do the second line. I was like, oh man, I didn't. I just was freestyling that. And then I was like, I mean, the way y'all reacted, maybe I should do the second round. And then the thing that came out of my mouth was like, I was like, but I got to keep my hands in my pockets while I do the second line, because if I have any kind of hand gestures up here, it's gonna be all bad. But anyway, go get the VOD on Rap Grid. You'll kind of understand what we're talking about. But yeah, like you said, like those lines, I knew the second round was nice too, with the Travis Hunter bar and pull up in Detroit contract and different things. And then my third round was actually, I mean, it was good, but it was a little bit better than that. And I like the back-to-back 3 things that I left out were really, really fire. I wouldn't say that they were like haymaker, like, first round stuff, but they were definitely in the same line as, like the second round type material that got him up out of there too. So even going into the battle, I knew my first round was a 10-11. You know what I mean? And I knew my second and third were both like 8.5s, but I knew, rebuttals would come. I'll rock out. Boom, boom, boom. I'll get him up out of here.
So let's do something that the College Football Playoff Committee did not do. And let's assess your year from top to bottom here, right? You posted on Twitter all the battles that you've taken, so I won't go through them all. But if you had to assess how you felt you've done this year, what would you give yourself in terms of, I guess, just say 1 to 10, if you were ranking how you felt like your year went?
I'd say I probably did 8.5. I'd say probably about an 8.5. I'm not gonna give myself over a 9 just because I think I had. Let's see. I think I had 5 big battles this year, like big battles, and that would be Rock, Hollow, Thesaurus, J2, and Av, and those are considering platforms that they're on and the opponents. You know what I mean? I feel like I won 4 of those. And that's 80%. So I think I won 4 of those battles. I think I had outstanding performances in 3 of those battles with Rock, Thesaurus, and J2. I think I was really good against Hollow, and I don't think I was very good against Av. So, I think that deserves, like a 8.5, close to a 9, because every other battle I took, whether it be Bullets, Bangs, I went crazy in, Bonnie, Gwitty, got crazy with him, the 2-on-2s with Mac and Clean. I
thought you were good against Gage. Thought you were good against Gage.
Great one-rounder. Might be the best one-rounder of the year, honestly. Crazy replay value on the Gage. I know that they don't necessarily count towards Cody, but the compliment battle with Chef Trez was the best of the night. It was performance. Forget that, man. 9. I'm taking it. I'm going up to 9 because the Chef Trez battle, low-key, like, that was the performance of the night, and it's Chef Trez, and it was on a different type of platform. So, yeah, I'm giving myself a 9. I'll give myself a 9.
And because the content for that, I mean, it's still like I have family members who don't watch battle rap at all, know nothing about battle rap, who are sending me. My uncle, shout out to my uncle, he does watch this program, and so he knows you're a battle rapper, but he's never seen anything. Just this week, sent me that Instagram post. Shout out to Mitch Darrell, I think is his name.
Yep.
He sent me that Instagram post of him reacting to your battle and was like, yo, like, this your man's. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy. And he's like, how long ago was this? And I was like, maybe like a couple of months ago when this went down. So, I mean, that, again, you can go listen to the episode. I forget which one it is, where we talked about how do we make battle rap more popular? How do we get it into more open spaces? I'm going to reiterate for those who like to say it that way. Compliment battles to me are the way to go. It would be a great idea. I understand what Smack is known for, but it'd be a great idea to jack that from, or maybe you shouldn't jack that. Maybe you should work with Rome. Maybe would be a better thing. But work with Rome, have a compliment battle on URL, get some of these guys to be seen in a different light. That content, man. Again, like I said, I got family members hitting me up about that.
And it's generated more attention than any of the battles. You know what I mean? That's just the facts. I'm still getting 20 to 30 new followers a day, and it dropped over a month ago, probably a month and a half ago. So I'm still bringing in over 100 followers a week on social platforms just based off the fact that it's at 1.7 million views on the Instagram reel. There's like 2 million views in TikTok reels. There's like 4 million views in Instagram reels separately. But yeah, it's just going crazy. So for my year, as far as that, I think I had 18 battles. Was supposed to battle XQZ next week. He had to reschedule, which is great. We're going to reschedule and get that taken care of. 18 battles, bro, in 11 months. Like, I started on the 20th of January and I ended on the 8th of December. Like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of battles, and to still have been, performing at a high clip, in every single one of them, except maybe that Av battle. Like, I think that's to be acknowledged. And so my work ethic, just trying to go into next year on some momentum, your favorite word, But yes, I think we made that happen with the J2 battle.
Okay, that's what's up. So I normally watch all of your interviews with Three Letterman. I have not seen it yet though. And the homie Dre said, he hit me up and he said that you felt that your first to J2 was maybe one of your best rounds ever. So that got us to talking. And we went, okay, what are some awards best? And I went major names only. I didn't go to, because to me, the best round you ever spent is the Colossus. It's Colossus. Like, listen. If you haven't seen A Ward versus Colossus, first things first, to understand
how to spell Colossus.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna help you out for here just a second here. Let me get into this banners.
Yeah,
I'm in the wrong spot. Let me see. Let me get one here. Let me edit this one. So this is how you spell Colossus, like he's a part of Killer Army, right? So KILLAHSIZ, right? So if once you're done watching this, because I don't want you to turn this program off, but once you have finished this episode, just go into YouTube and type in this. A Ward versus Colossus, excuse me. It's the greatest one-rounder he's ever. It's probably some of the greatest material he's ever done. It was an unbelievable body. I'll never forget watching this battle in my car on my lunch break. Somebody had to hear me in the garage. So I'm in my car screaming and hitting my seat. He is bodying him so badly. Like, it's unbelievable. So I only went with big time opponents, right? So I said, well, second round versus Reed. I understand in execution you stumbled kind of probably at the critical point, but the writing in your third round for Ilmac was immaculate. It was greatly written round. Either the third to Bill Collector with the BC era scheme. Trying to think what obviously pick a round between Vixen first or second.
Yeah.
Either one were absolute bombs. Your first to the Source is amazing. Right. So, I mean, this is like,
I think my first to Verb is really, really good too.
I said the same thing. I said the first to Verb was amazing as well. So, I mean, like, there's when they told me you said that, I'm like, man, like, so I will put this out to the audience. And I'm going to clip this, and hopefully this will get a little bit of not attraction. Well, maybe, Freudian slip, but maybe it get a little bit of traction. What do you consider to be Ward's best, like top 5 rounds in his career? Obviously, this first to J2, if you've seen it, it's up there. I mean, it's a great round. The smack bar, the beginning and the end, the angle in the middle that you've seen of the LGBTQ, fire. So y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Top 5 A Ward rounds in his career. And you can pick from, smaller league battles as well. I forget the guy that you got on for being for the racist comments. Like that round is up there. That's a high quality round.
My first was Great Britain, and I just freestyled the whole thing. That's not really, but it's still an epic round.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of really high moments. So let us know what y'all think, man. Top 5 rounds from A Ward in his entire career. So let me ask you this. I know, obviously, after you battle, you're doing interviews, you're kind of politicking with the crowd, chopping it up. Were there any other performances from that night that you go, man, I really rock with what happened there?
Yeah, the only one I saw in full was Marvin Tayrock, everything else I just saw glimpses of, going upstairs, going back downstairs. It was just so packed up there. I thought Marv's first round was one of his best rounds ever. Man, it was just put together so perfectly. And what's crazy is Marv will tell you he thought his second round, the one that most people have him losing clearly, was his best written round. But that's just how battle rap goes. You never know going into it. So yeah, that Marvin Tayrock battle was really, really good. I have Marv winning at first and third. It's really one of those situations where, I mean, Tayrock is a much, much, much more popular battle rapper who is in the running for Cody right now. And I've said it all year, like, if you're not KO and Tayrock, like, the general consensus is gonna be he won. I felt like I beat Tayrock, first and second, and he got the third. But because I didn't knock him out completely, it's the consensus is that he won. Same with Loso, so in those battles against like Jazz and Chef Trez, like where it's like very, very clear, I think, that he lost both of those battles, because, he and Tay-Rock does enough, and he just raps a whole lot of bars. So I thought it was a good battle, though. Really good battle. It was great to see Marv battling in the Detroit area, people in the crowds, and like, his slogan with him, D over the navy blue, all that good stuff, man. It was really, really good to see. And then, yeah, there was other, I was able to kind of see a little bit of T-Rex and Clean. Anytime you get to see T-Rex battle live, it's worth the price of admission. It don't matter if he has a great battle or if it's just a regular mixtape T-Rex. It's still a fun time to watch him.
Listen, we didn't do a recap of Power Moves. I think you and I are both a little busy, so we couldn't connect. T-Rex has the rebuttal to Swamp about slam your hat with your head still in it, which apparently Chilla said to him about 2 months prior. But neither here nor there. He says that he slams the hat, the crowd goes bonkers, and immediately I put in the group chat and I go, T-Rex is the GOAT. Like that was like his opening bar. Like it was his first round opening bar. He does that. The reaction from the pop from the crowd, and I'm like, he's the GOAT. Like there's no convincing me.
It's just how he's. I mean, it's just that. It's just how he looks. In T-Rex and everything. I'm up there and like, and he says that I got some fiends I love to death that I pray never get clean. Like when he just says stuff like that, you're just like, golly, okay, Rex. But you know what else though? And it's I don't know if a lot of people know about Rex. The first person that texted me when I got off stage was T-Rex, and he was like, "You're truly amazing, bro." Like, and like, like he is such a man. I love Rex, bro. It's the first text message I got. And he was just like, and Mook's the same way. Mook is the same way. They are not afraid to like acknowledge you, dap it up, show you praise, give you props or whatever. Like they really love this sport, and that's why it's hard for me to ever like if Rex picks a mixtape or this, that, and the third. It's hard for me ever to really like give him a tough time because they really embody what it means to they embody battle rap. Period. Both of those guys.
That's what's up. So again, if you have not gotten the VOD, go get the VOD. Go support. Shout out to Black Mafia Battle League. Shout out to Arsenal. Excuse me. Shout out to Calico. Put on a great event. I've heard good things about him and Swamp, by the way. So I will get an opportunity, hopefully during maybe during the Christmas break, to get a chance to indulge in some of those battles. So let us know what y'all think, man. If you watch the entire event, who had performance of the night, battle of the night? What were your major takeaways from that event? Hit us up at Brains and Bars on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. So